1.5 minute, 1.5. 1.5.
Yeah, well, the first. Hello and welcome to the newest episode of Stenden TV magazine. Today we're going to talk about the end of MEM, 4D cinema, our beloved security guard, the world of influencers and the beer festival in Leeuwarden. As everyone knows, MEM has changed into creative business. This might lead to some questions from the MEM students, which is why we made an item to explain what exactly is going on in the switch to creative business.
We are here at NHL Stenden University where they changed MEM into creative business. But why did MEM end? And what are exactly the main differences between the two studies?
The main differences between MEM and creative business perhaps is with design-based education that we're able to adapt more quickly to trends in the field, and you can also imagine that it's a better way of dealing with a situation in which these days facts and theories are available at a touch of a button, so perhaps actual knowledge is becoming a bit less important to know, and more your ability to deal with the different situations that you're confronted with is important. We decided to stop the Media and Entertainment Management program because the various media and entertainment management programs in the Netherlands decided that creative business was a better way of defining the field for which we're helping young people to be prepared for. The new creative business students seem to have reacted very positively to the curriculum that we presented them with. There's quite a lot of freedom involved, and so some of them need to get used to that, but I think that's all part of the intention, that they learn to be flexible and learn to be in charge of their own learning.
Which name do you prefer, like more creative business or MEM?
Well, I prefer creative business because it sounds way more chic, I think. So yeah, that's why creative. Yeah.
Well, I like creative business more. It just sounds a little bit more attracting to me than MEM. Doesn't really say anything to me.
Maybe creative business, because I used to tell Italian Swiss, so I firstly listened that it's MEM can be called, so maybe creative business.
I actually do MEM. Yeah, it's more direct. It's clearer, and you have great sweat.
Yeah, actually MEM, because it's more. It's a name, and everybody knows when I say MEM. Oh, media and entertainment managers, and if I say creative business, like what the frick is creative business? So I prefer MEM.
After seeing the video, there are still some questions that hopefully our guest Laura van der Bos can answer. Welcome to the studio, Laura. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So why did you choose MEM in the first place?
So the main reason I chose for MEM is because the study isn't focused on only one thing in the media. So for example, we have modules with television and also modules about marketing. So it's a lot of different things that I really like, and since I'm not sure what I want to do after this study yet, I think this is a great start for me to figure out what I really want.
So it sounds very diverse.
Yes, absolutely.
Would you have also chosen for the study if it was called creative business?
Well, I think so, but it's a bit different because I'm not sure. If you hear the name creative business, I'm not sure if it's also about media.
Yeah.
But since I know it is about media, I will choose the same. Yeah.
Do you understand why the government has changed the name?
Well, I heard that there are 3 studies combined into one. So if that's true, I do understand why they changed the name. But if it's not true, then it's a bit, I don't know, I don't think it makes sense to change the name because it's a bit more complicated now. Yeah.
So you probably think of something different.
Yeah, so it depends. I don't know if it's true, but if it's true, it makes sense.
Yeah. So you as a student, what would you like to add to the new study?
Because it's called creative business, I think it's important that they add more creative things. So yeah, I will definitely add more creative things and less more economics and those things.
Yeah.
So more practical things.
Yeah, so less theory.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Would be great.
And that's what the name says. So that's what you expect, I think. So
yeah, for sure.
If they can make it true. Yeah.
Yeah. So which name would you prefer, MEM or creative business?
So I will prefer MEM because you know that it's about media and entertainment management, so you exactly know what it's about. And creative business is a bit, I wouldn't say that it's about media if I only hear the name.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think MEM is a bit more direct and a bit more, better. A bit better.
Yeah. Now that you know the differences from both studies, are you still glad that you chose MEM?
Well, if I could make a decision again, I will choose for creative business.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know, but it's because I heard that creative business doesn't have PBL, and we have it in MEM. So I don't like PBL. It's a lot of homework we always have, so I will definitely choose creative business if I was able to make the choice again. Yeah.
So would you rather have DBE, the new design-based education system, than CBL or PBL?
Yeah, it seems more, I think it fits better to me.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how it is because I've never done it. So, but I think that's more creative. So yeah, I like that better.
It's better fitting for you.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Well, maybe you'll still get it. Who knows what they will change.
Who knows? Let's hope so. Yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's very interesting to hear your side of the story. We already heard the side of the teacher, which was very interesting too. Thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you for
having me.
having
Thank you for
me.
joining us. Great. Due to the rapid development of technology in the media, the possibilities are increasing for us. For example, an evening at the cinema suddenly becomes an unforgettable experience. Through 4-dimensional technology, you can experience this in M&EM cinema. We take a look to find out what this technology exactly entails and what you can experience with it.
Today we're at M&EM. Behind me is Cinema Moviescope. I have an appointment with Abe Cruz. He's going to tell me all about the world of 4D cinema. Let's take a look.
M is een techniek waarin mensen een volledige belevenis hebben van een film. Er worden effecten aan toegevoegd, bewegende stoelen, sneeuwapparaten, regen, rook, beleving als je zo'n film bekijkt in optima forma. Wij zijn de derde zaal in Nederland die dat heeft. Ja. Het is in opkomst, want ik heb begrepen dat wat naast ons heeft Pathé dan een tweetal zalen. Die zijn wel groter als deze. Deze is relatief klein. Ook om te kijken van, goh, hoe slaat het aan. het wordt warm ontvangen door het publiek. Op dit moment hebben we, as we speak, geen 4D-titel op dit moment. Maar er is wel heel veel vraag naar. Men vraagt wel, ja, van wanneer draait er weer een 4D-film?
Lijkt me best wel een dure techniek.
Ja.
Is dat dan alleen echt haalbaar voor straks bijvoorbeeld een paté?
In principe, als zeg maar de ondernemer het budget ervoor heeft en er ook voor over heeft, en dat voor die ketens geldt hetzelfde, ja, dan zou in principe iedereen een zaal in 4D kunnen gaan bouwen. Er is een verschil tussen Pathé en, om Pathé maar even te noemen, en ons.
Ja.
Is dat Pathé maakt gebruik, dat is 4DX, in principe is dat hetzelfde. Dat is een Koreaans systeem. En dat Koreaanse bedrijf heeft afspraken gemaakt met de grote filmmaatschappijen. Ja. Dat zij die films mogen bewerken met de effecten die ik net noemde. Pathé krijgt ze dus kant-en-klaar dan binnen. Wij hebben een Chinees systeem, 4DM. Wij hebben gewoon de film en wij moeten zelf alle effecten toevoegen. Wij hebben die toestemming, zeg ik er bij, nog niet van Sony en Warner Bros. En Disney en noem ze maar op. Maar dat Chinese bedrijf is inderdaad momenteel druk in onderhandelingen met deze maatschappijen dat ook dat Chinese bedrijf straks toestemming krijgt om effecten toe te voegen. Dan gaan ook zij die effecten toevoegen en dan zullen ook wij dat kant-en-klaar binnenkrijgen.
So now we learned a lot about 4D cinema. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my film and I see you guys later. Let's get back to the studio.
Our next guest is currently working at Moviescope in M&EM. He knows the in and outs, he knows how the 4DM is built and how it works. Please welcome Randy Fastig.
Thank you.
Welcome, Randy. Thank you for being here. So what is it like to see a 4DM movie?
Well, it's like it said, you're four-dimensional and you're in another dimension. Like it's just, you feel the thrill, you feel the movements, you can feel everything what's going on in the movie. So yeah, you're better in the film than just watching the film.
Yeah.
That's kind of like it.
So how is it for the audience? How does the audience react to a 4DM movie?
Well, the most audience are a proper nice movie. They think, yes, this is very cool, and just want to do it more and want more of that stuff. But some like, I don't want that. We have other extra chairs, so they can only watch the movie. And children really love it.
Yeah.
So that's what the audience think.
Great, it sounds very entertaining. So the manager in the item told us that he has to program the 4DM himself. How does that work?
Well, he's gonna sit in the room of the 4DM and he's just watching the movie going left, right, or some cars going left, so he does the left, and where the camera goes, and then he do it again and do the rain, smoke and everything around it before it's pretty done. So he's the whole day working on it.
It's a big project.
Yeah, pretty is.
Yeah. Well, what else do you have to take into account during or before the 4DM movie?
Before, just you prepare yourself after the advertising and the trailers. You gotta go up, set the software on so the chairs can move, the rain can come in. If it doesn't do that, you do reboot the whole stuff and do it again till it works, and then the audience have their fun.
Well, like a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
So besides the rain, smoke and wind and snow that you already mentioned, are there any other special effects that you would like to add?
Yeah, he didn't mention we can simulate thunder, so we can also do that. And yeah, we have bubbles. If you like a Finding Nemo movie, you're in the sea or something. Yeah. And maybe smell is a good thing to add in the future, so you can smell the rain or burger, or maybe virtual reality.
It could be an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do the audience, do they get any kind of protection in case there is rain?
Yeah, no, just a little rain on their shoulder. You don't get that wet. It's not like a water-filled attraction park or something.
Okay, so it's not that rainy.
No, just a little.
That's good. Good to hear. So as a last question, what kind of film would you recommend the audience or us to see in a 4DM movie cinema?
If you're children, I say to go to an animated movie that's very fun, or just an action movie like Fast and Furious or something, or whatever that's speed and high. Many movements, just like it.
Well, thank you so much for giving us an insight. It sounds very interesting. I will definitely try it out next time.
I hope so.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So, the next item in the Best of Stenden category is about the security guard, René. You've seen him walking around in school, and maybe he even gave you a warning about something you did. He's also quite popular with the smokers with his strict rules. We were curious about his task, so we decided to interview him. Let's see.
Okay guys, welcome to another episode of the Best of Stenden. Today we're gonna walk around the campus a bit and we're gonna find out a bit about René, our security guard. We hope we're gonna find out a bit more about René. So let's go. Do you know René, the security guard?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I know him.
Yeah, well, I don't know him, but I know who it is.
Of course I know René.
My name is Younes.
Liliana.
Liliana, okay. So my question is, yeah, have you ever had an experience with René?
Yes, I did. When I was new here in school, I didn't even saw the signs of no smoking. So I was just like, I don't care. And then he came to me and said, I can smoke here. So then I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. Totally get it.
Is there anything you would like to say to René if you saw him right now?
Yes, René, good job.
Good job, René, you heard it. Hello guys, I'm here at NLH Stenden with our beloved security guard here. I say introduce yourself.
I am René van der Zee, security guard with NNL Stenden. I work here about, I think, more than a year.
How did you end up working here?
How we got the building and the security, and we get it, and so I come to work here.
Okay. Okay, and where do you come from? Do you come from Leeuwarden or somewhere else?
I come from Leeuwarden. Okay. 10 minutes to on a bicycle.
What do you like the most about your job here?
Over here, nice people, friendly.
Of course, right? We students are always friendly, right?
Always.
Do you have anything to say to the smokers here at school?
To the smokers. Smoking has one disadvantage, but a lot of advantages. So please stop with smoking. Thank you.
Well guys, that was it for today. We walked around the campus, we interviewed René, so he was a very nice guy as you saw. Yeah. So yeah, that was it for an episode of Best of Stenden. We'll see you soon and bye bye.
Today's guest is our reporter Younes Taha. He will tell us a little more about our favorite security guard. Thank you for joining us, Younes.
You're welcome.
So why did you make your TV item about René, the security guard?
Well, that's a very good question. When we first had our editorial meeting, we had no idea what our topic should be about. But then someone suggested that we should do it about René, the security guard, because he's probably like the most hated guy on campus, because he always tells the students to go smoke somewhere else. So we thought it would be a fun and interesting idea to like show René from a different side, a different perspective, to like maybe change those opinions about him.
He's definitely well known.
Yeah, after this TV item, I think he will probably well known, yeah.
What was your first experience with René?
Well, my first experience with René was like most other students. I was just smoking outside, just chilling. And he came up to me and he said, yeah, you can smoke here. You have to smoke somewhere else. And I was like, yeah, what the fuck, but okay. So yeah, that was my first experience with him.
So how do you think of him now?
Well, after we did the interview, we got to spend a little bit of time with him. So we got to know him a little bit better. So, and when we spent some time, I thought he was a very kind and very gentle guy. He was also very willing to help us with the interview, which, by the way, he also did with other students. So it was not the first time he did something like this. So we thought that was pretty cool and nice of him.
Do you actually think most students would share this opinion?
Well, obviously not now, I think. I think maybe after they see the item about René, they'll change their mind. At least we hope so, because right now they think of René as like the old, grumpy, security guys who always tells people to go smoke somewhere else. So, yeah, but we hope to change those opinions about him.
He looks very friendly and nice.
Well, he looks very friendly, yeah. Maybe sometimes he walks around with a angry face on him, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, what would you like to say to René right now?
What I would like to say to René, I would say, René, first off, thank you very much for helping us with the interview. And I'm sorry I was such an asshole to you the first time. But right now I would like to say, yeah, good job, and keep doing your job.
Is there anything you would like to tell the students who had an experience with René?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, guys, if you see René, not only the students but also the teachers, if you see him, just say hello, how was your day, or I don't know, give him a high five. I don't know what works best. Okay. So yeah, that I would like to say to the students, and don't be too hard on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you heard him. Let's try everybody. I would definitely say hi next time.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about it. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So nowadays, it gets easier to create your own unique content on an online platform like Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Because of this, the number of influencers has increased a lot through the years. Right now, there are lots of individuals that want to create their own page to promote their work, products, and lifestyle. That's why in our next video, we will explore the subject with some professionals.
My name is Liliana.
My name is Rose.
And we are MEM students of NHL Stenden University. Today we have two special guests for you. Those are influencers. We're going to talk about them today, about the collaboration between companies and the influencers themselves. So yeah, have fun watching.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jessie Dolfsma. I am 21 years old.
So I'm going to ask you a question about, because you work for a company, you work for influencer. So how do you get in contact with the influencers?
Basically what we do is just post on our Instagram that we're looking for new influencers. And then they have to share it on their Instagram story. And then we get their messages so we can make a selection. And that's how we recruit them.
Can you tell the exactly process how you work with the influencer?
Yeah. So first we invite them on Instagram to, we ask them to share our post that we're looking for influencers. Then we make a selection and who has like the best pictures. Then the next step is to invite those influencers. And then we basically have a meeting in which we tell them what we expect from them, what they can expect from us, how a collaboration with us looks like. And from there on, we again make a selection, and those are the ones that are going to be our influencers.
Okay. Do you also pay the influencer, or do you give like free promotional materials?
Some things they get paid for. So for example, photo shoots, they either get or a piece of clothing, or they get paid. It really just depends.
Now, I want to thank you. I hope you had a good day. And yeah, thank you very much.
So, guys, I am here with Stephanie now. Welcome.
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself?
Ja, ik ben Stephanie en ik ben 25 jaar. Ik ben een Instagrammer en ik ben een vlogger. Dus vloggen op YouTube.
Do you work together with companies?
Ja, alleen niet altijd. Bijvoorbeeld, ik werk nu voor een beauty salon. En dat doe ik echt ongeveer al een jaar. En ben ik echt loyaal bij. Maar stel als iemand nieuw is en die heeft een nieuw salon of iets. En daar word ik voor gevraagd, dan doe ik het wel. Maar ik zou niet altijd bij die persoon blijven. Het is meestal echt bij de ander dat ik altijd wel blijf.
So how many followers do you need to be an actual influencer? And how many followers do you have, for example, on Instagram?
Ik denk voor een beginner, meestal begin echt bij 1000. En ik zit nu bijna tegen 2000.
What do you get when you, for example, post a picture on Instagram about them? What do you get from them in return?
Eigenlijk mag ik helemaal niet zeggen, want het is eigenlijk heel privé. Als ik hun promote, dan heb ik gewoon alles is voor mij gratis. Dus behandeling of nagels of iets. Of een kleding, alles is gratis, zolang ik hun promote.
So, thank you very much for your time and follow her.
Our special guest is Vicky Palmer. She just started her own Instagram page to promote her makeup. We're going to ask her some questions about that experience. Welcome, Vicky.
Hello.
So can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
Okay, yeah, of course. I study media and entertainment management, and I have a huge passion for makeup. I started back then when I was 12 or something, just for Halloween. And from then on, I just kept on doing Halloween makeup for all of my friends. I did prom makeup and all this kind of stuff. And then it just evolved a little bit to body painting and special effects makeup with prosthetics and stuff like that. So I always had a lot of fun doing that. And then a while ago, I thought of starting a social media page. But I was really afraid because I feel like social media can be really cruel. So it just took me forever to even get going and start it. And that's actually why my name on Instagram is now Just Makeup already, because it took me a huge time to even think of a name, and like I had this whole plan and strategy going on, but then I was just like, just makeup already, just like
I bet
do
it's
it.
very difficult to come up with all of that.
Yeah, it was in the beginning, and I was so nervous about it, but to be honest, like, I'm having fun doing my makeup. I do it anyway, so now I just post it, actually.
That's great. So what exactly are you publishing on your Instagram page? What is your content?
Well, most of it is something comic. Yeah, it's just in a comic style, so I do a lot of body painting. I did Superman, I did Two-Face. Now I want to start some kind of Halloween theme. I did The Nun with it. And I just like not to have a big costume, so I do most of it just with paint and body paint. Some with prosthetic makeup, liquid latex, wax, stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically what that is.
Sounds very time intense. So is there anyone or anything that inspired you to do your Instagram page?
Yeah, so I was like the biggest fan of this YouTube channel called Glam and Gore. And she basically does this huge beauty makeup, and then she does like Disney princesses like Cinderella, and she creates that look around it. And then she has that video where she falls off the stairs, and then all of a sudden she has that glass shoe in her eye, and she uses that as a prosthetic, and it looks so cool. And she has this whole story around it, and it's just so interesting to watch for me. Yeah, I think that inspired me most.
Great. Do you have any specific goals you want to reach with your Instagram page?
To be honest, before I started this like a while ago, people just like, I thought it was just a weird hobby that I have, and people, you know, it was just a little bit weird. But now that people see what it looks like in the end and how much fun I have with it, people are so enthusiastic about it, and they want to know more, and they're just a little bit of shocked what you can even create.
Yeah.
So I think everyone that has a weird hobby should just like go for it and show it to the world, and it's cooler than you might think, probably.
It's very inspiring. Thank you so much for talking about it. I will definitely check out your Instagram page. And thank you for coming here today.
You're welcome.
Our next item is about the beer festival. Into the happenings of this exciting event. Let's take a look.
We staan nu voor de Neushoorn. Die organiseren het jaarlijkse bierfestival in samenwerking met de Markies. Gaan we nu even naar binnen. goedemiddag. Het is zaterdag 22 september en hier achter mij vindt het jaarlijkse bierfestival vindt plaats. Nou, dat is de eerste editie. De Markies heeft samen met de Neushoorn het initiatief genomen om dit te organiseren. Nou, over de hele dag komen hier ongeveer 750 man om 100 soorten speciaal bier te proeven van ongeveer 13 verschillende bierbrouwerijen. Achter mij is de Markies. Nou, de Markies is sinds 2005 een begrip op het gebied van speciaalbieren. De eigenaren Menno en Michelle die stoppen er heel veel energie in om het een mooi café te laten zijn. Al een geslaagde dag op het bierfestival. Het is aardig druk geweest. Nou, ik heb er dorst van gekregen. Ik ga een biertje doen en jullie gaan terug naar de studio.
Our final guest is Elena Nikolova, a member of Stuku who are currently organizing their own Oktoberfest themed party. Hopefully she can tell us a bit more about that. Welcome, Elena.
Hello.
So when and where will the Oktoberfest take place?
So the Oktoberfest will take place at 18th of October. It's a Thursday, so everyone will be out. And it will take place at the Campus Café, that's very close to Stenden, and to Students' Day as well.
So right across from Starbucks?
Of course, yeah.
Is the fest only for NHL Stenden students, or can everyone come?
It is normally organized for NHL Stenden students, but of course everyone is welcome.
Is there going to be a dress code as at the real Oktoberfest in Germany?
Well, it would be nice if people wear those typical clothes, but of course we're not going to return anyone. The main idea is to have fun.
That's important. So how many people do you expect to come to the Oktoberfest?
Well, we're expecting a minimum of 60 people, but of course our target group, like the main one, are all the creative business and media and entertainment management students. But I do believe that people from other studies will be interested as well.
Let's hope so. It sounds very entertaining and funny. So you're part of Stuku. Did you enjoy organizing this event?
Yeah, a lot. I must say that it's a very big responsibility.
Yes. So what else do you do besides organizing the event? What else do you have to take care of?
Well, except for the events department, we also have marketing and design department. So marketing department takes responsibility of the promotion, and the design department takes responsibility of designing all the flyers and promotions. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Oktoberfest, everybody probably thinks of a lot of alcohol. Do you think it's hard to organize an event that is based on alcohol?
Well, since everybody loves beer, I'm not afraid.
Well, okay. I hope that's going to be one of the successful factors of the event. Organizing events in Stuku is one of the main things. What do you think? What would be interesting for the audience to know about Stuku?
Well, I would actually like to say that all of the people who are on this table right now are from Stuku. And it's really funny there. We also have a lot of responsibilities, and we are actually the middle between the teachers and the students. We are the ones who make them closer.
Okay, well, thank you so much for giving us an insight. I'm really looking forward for the event. I hope it's going to be a huge success. Good luck with that. Thank you for coming here today. I'd like to thank the guests. We're glad you joined us today, and thank you very much for watching this episode of Stenden TV magazine. We hope to see you again next time with a brand new episode.
Yeah.